I just remembered I didn't finish telling the story. So basically, the vice principal was like, I go into his office or whatever, like he gave me lunch attention. I'm pretty sad and stuff, I have like, well, I don't have anything, but I have like, I'm supposed to have recess right now, so I'm a little sad, I'm a little upset. Actually, I'm really upset because you have lunch attention, like you're in trouble, and also like you can't be on your phone. You just have to eat your lunch. And honestly, the lunch tasted like shit. I'll be honest, it tastes like shit. And I had a couple friends who would also say, "Oh, my lunch tastes like shit." They literally ask you, "Yo, are you gonna finish that?" Like, bro, how are you gonna be how like this is true. I'm not even joking. Like, how are you gonna be saying, "Yo, you're gonna finish that," and then like one day you're saying, "Yo, this lunch is so ass, bro." Like, you're actually feeding us like pig's feet or whatever. Like, and then you asking, "Yo, bro, you gonna finish that chicken tender?" I'm dead ass. This really happened. Like, what, bro? Like, make that shit make sense, bro. Like, you'd be fucking up that school pizza. That shit made out of fucking GMO cheese, and you're like, "Oh, this is so bad for us," but man, you gonna eat that pizza? Like, yes, I am. But damn, wasn't you talking about how that shit was ass or whatever and whatnot, and like how did it tastes like rabbit foot? Like, come on, bro. But anyways, oh my gosh, damn, bro, damn. That's so much damage to my title, whatever. Yeah. So, anyways, I go to like the vice principal's office. It's not like I didn't go to like the typical lunch detention place. I went to his office because he told me to go to his office. Like, oh, you're gonna be in my office because you're in a lot of trouble or whatever. Shut up. But anyways, so I go there. And he obviously he's on the meeting, talking about what little girls are the best to crack in middle school. Probably, I don't know, but that's like probably all he was probably gonna talk about. Like what does he have to offer? Whatever. And so I sat there. I'm just sitting there, and he's looking at me, and he's on the phone, by the way. He's on the phone, like talking, having a meeting, and I'm sitting there. I'm just looking at him, and he's talking, and like he sees I'm not leaving. I think he wanted me to leave for some reason. He's sitting. I'm not leaving. He's sitting there. He's like, I'm busy. Okay, leave. He's like, your lunch pension is expired or whatever. Like, have it another time. Like, just don't do it again. If I catch you ever again, you're definitely gonna get lunch pension for that time. I'm gonna call your parents. I said, okay, don't skip or whatever. I'm like, whatever, bro. Won't do it again. And what I meant by I won't do it again is I won't get caught by your fat ass again. Because he used to hang around the seventh graders a lot. I'm not saying like the seventh grade girls and stuff. Like he wasn't a pedophile, to my knowledge. But he used to always, hang out on like the seventh grade floor. Because the eighth graders, the seventh graders, and sixth graders, they all had different floors. The eighth graders like were the top floor. Seventh graders were like so. We only had four floors in the middle school. We had four floors in the middle school. Eighth graders on the fourth, middle schoolers on the third, and sixth graders on the second. So, so what's it called? Oh, no. Sorry. Sixth graders on the fourth floor, seventh graders on the third floor, and eighth graders on the second floor. It was always like that, which is the best because with age, you don't want to be walking up four flights of stairs, bro, or eight flights of stairs. Sorry. So that was nice of him to do that for us. But I would always skip advanced math. That's the only class I would actually skip. And I didn't skip it completely. Like I would just make sure to come 20 minutes late. Like I thought that was acceptable, as long as I don't completely skip it. Because you can't completely skip it. Like it's super hard. Like this one kid, he got caught hiding in the broom closet. Like oh my gosh, how you let that shit slide, bro? Like he got the janitor's key and went to the broom closet. Like come on, bro. He was in my advanced math class too. Like that shit, like how do you let that shit like go, bro? Like just go to class. Like at that point, I never did that. Some goofy shit like that. Yeah. Uh, I never did no goofy shit like that. I had some friends in that advanced math class. They were hella smart. I knew this one kid, super smart, and I knew him from elementary school. He was cool. He was super chill. Like actually funny as hell. He was actually a good person to be around. Uh, but what's it called? But he used to play Fortnite, and he was a smart ass kid. Like he had good ass grades, and he was only allowed to play like a couple hours of Fortnite a day. Bro, he downloaded Fortnite on the little laptops, and he play that shit with his mouse and keyboard any chance he got. Bro, he was actually kind of cracked on Fortnite. Not even kind of, he was a low-key cracked. He was like low-key hella cracked. He even won a tournament back in the day for Fortnite, which was fire. Like, proud of my boy. But anyways, back to the story. Yeah, I was still skipped after that. Advanced math. Like who the fuck like goes to that shit, bro? Not me. I'm gonna tell you that, not me. And I'm gonna stay not going to that shit. Well, I did stay not going to that shit. Like it was literally the most boring thing ever. Because first of all, I didn't understand anything like the woman was teaching. The woman was hella nice. She gave me an 85, and I skipped every day. But she was so disappointed. Like I used to watch movies in the class, like on the laptop, and we had this thing where you could see what you were doing on the laptop, and she would just see that. She would just see that I'm watching a movie, and she didn't give a fuck. She just like looked at me. She was like, she didn't care. Uh, but sometimes I'd ask my friend for an answer, and I'd raise my hand, and she'd like super she'd like pick on me immediately, but she was like super like happy to see I'm participating, and then like I get the answer right, and she's like, "What?" I mean, he must be a genius or something. But she knew I was like getting the answer from my friends. Like I asked, like it was a nerdy ass class, like it was only nerds in that fucking class. So I'd be like asking everyone for answers, and they're like, find your own answer or something. Like, can you help me with this? Like, and by help, I'm like, we had like, projects to do and stuff, and I'll like ask, like, yo, you think you can help me? And like, cause I actually needed help, bro. I was like actually like borderline retarded. Like, I was like, what the fuck is going on? It was an advanced math class. We were learning like calculus in eighth grade. Like, what the fuck? And, like, really were. Like, it wasn't no algebra one type of shit. It was like, advanced type of shit. You feel me? Like, we weren't learning that basic ass peonic ass algebra. So, so yeah, it was, it was hard. Like calculus in eighth grade was pretty hard. Learning about all types of bullshit. I think like at the start of the year, we started like basic like 10th grade stuff like log and stuff like logarithms and sin and cosine, all that bullshit. Bro, we just upgraded to like fucking pre-calc and I think yeah, the highest we got to pre-calc or calc. I don't know. But yeah, that shit was hard. Um, and yeah, and all the kids were nerdy as fuck, so they wouldn't help you at all. Like they wouldn't like do anything. Like you would ask them like, "Yo, bro, think you can like help me with the project? I don't really know what I'm doing." Maybe we should have parents after in class. Like, no, shut the fuck up. Like, like, obviously I didn't do anything to them because like, bro, like, I'm not a delinquent, you know. I'm not a delinquent or anything like that. But like, that was a piece of shit thing to do. You're not gonna help me. Like, I asked you nicely. Like, I don't bully you. I don't take your lunch money. You treat me like that. Okay, no problem. I see how it is. Whatever. And basically what we had was it's an evil snowball soul. What we had was I used to go to advanced math like 20 minutes late. Like sometimes I would literally hate going. That's like I had terrible classes, like terrible teachers, terrible classes. But that class I literally could not stand. Like, this guy's fighting for his fucking life when he has 300 tower damage and he hasn't touched like my tower once. He's literally been on the defensive the whole time. Like he's just literally defending nothing. What are you defending? You lost. There's 30 seconds left. He's defending the shit with his whole entire life. This is like not a ring game. This is like you're not getting trophies lost after if you lose. Like you're literally not losing anything. Like what are you doing? You wasted like 6 minutes of your life, bro. I'm getting like a bit of yap value out of this, but you're getting nothing. What are you doing? Whatever. So yeah, so I would skip 20 minutes. Sometimes I would literally just what I would do is I would literally just go to the office because I had a Metro card, like free Metro card. I'd go to the office and I'd ask them, "Got a game, bro?"